Connoisseurs opt for costume jewelry, while others prefer gold. These words belong to Chanel, who granted women the right to trouser suits, daring breeches, little black dresses, and pencil skirts. The lady, who favored a strict style in attire, acknowledged the importance of accessories. Her dismissive remarks about genuine treasures being dull were dissected into quotes, forming a savvy promotion for costume jewelry. The sale of inexpensive adornments, in the design of which Chanel herself was involved, became another source of income in the financial empire of the famous French woman. But what did Mademoiselle herself wear? Women's glossy magazines still offer Chanel jewelry, invariably quoting her words about vulgar and boring gemstones. In the most famous photographs, the style icon is depicted in a modest black dress, adorned only with a strand of long pearls, stud earrings, and 2 hefty bracelets with 8-point crosses. "Pearls are always appropriate," declared the elegance miss. However, she didn't specify which ones. Coco's beloved pearl strand was over a meter long, and its value today amounts to about $400,000. The hefty bracelets were crafted for Mademoiselle by the Duke of Verdura, scion of a noble Italian lineage. From his youth, distinguished by outstanding creative abilities and a rebellious spirit, Fulco di Ventura chose the profession of a jeweler, and quickly earned a reputation for his adornments as exquisite and highly expensive. "My jewels are not for everyone. They are for the chosen ones," said the Duke of Verdura in an interview. One of such chosen ones was Chanel. A Maltese cross based on gold coated with multicolored enamels was encrusted with rubies and diamonds on one bracelet, while on the other with the rarest yellow sapphires and diamonds. Coco preferred to wear them together. As it's known, the French woman couldn't boast of noble lineage, so jewelry with heraldic symbols particularly appealed to her. Chanel's most beloved bracelet by di Verdura was carved from solid onyx and adorned with diamonds, rubies, emeralds, and sapphire cabochons. The starting price of the jewelry at Christie's auction was $80,000, and the price at which it was acquired by an anonymous buyer remains undisclosed. Pearl stud earrings surrounded by round-cut diamonds are also a creation of di Verdura, which Mademoiselle, who proclaimed costume jewelry as a model of refined taste, wore without removing. It was precisely di Verdura's gems that imitated Chanel's first costume jewelry collections. Precious stones were replaced with rhinestones, noble metals with jeweler's alloys. Chanel's costume jewelry seized the market, displacing the jewelry of other manufacturers. While continuing to wear and collect real gemstones, Chanel entered history as a woman who scorned them. One of the sources of inspiration for Gabrielle Chanel and Fulco di Verdura was the art of Byzantine. Many of Chanel's adornments in the 1920s to 1930s were crafted in the Byzantine style, characterized by a fondness for large forms, bright cabochon stones combined with pearls, yellow gold, embossing, mosaic, and enamel. This style exudes, on one hand, the solemnity of temples and the divine beauty of icons, and on the other, the ceremonial splendor of the imperial court. Coco Chanel's golden sautoir, thanks to medallion inserts, resembles a scattering of orders bestowed at a formal reception, and it's not surprising that the medallions are embossed with images of angels. For a long time, Chanel deliberately refrained from wearing real gemstones and felt perfectly comfortable in costume jewelry. Moreover, the designer considered it shameful to adorn oneself with millions of dollars, a sentiment that is difficult to disagree with. Thanks to Coco, costume jewelry evolved into a distinct art form and gained universal popularity. Renowned jeweler Fulco di Verdura crafted elegant pearl necklaces and bracelets for her, which the designer paired with her iconic black dress. The Great Depression compelled Coco to alter her attitude towards gemstones. It was a challenging time for the entire country. Many people were left on the sidelines of life, and businesses ceased to exist. Diamonds became a peculiar symbol of freedom for Chanel, embodying true value and authenticity. Strangely enough, these events pushed Coco towards creating the first and only jewelry collection, Bijoux de Diamant. The designer's idea was supported and financed by the Diamond Corporation of London. Its owners believed that Coco would breathe new life into the jewelry business, providing impetus for the development of new directions. In recent years, stagnation had been observed in this sphere, and a fresh perspective was sorely needed. The corporation made the right bet. Chanel possessed all the necessary qualities and was ready to change the existing world. Her talent and determination would have been sufficient for several lifetimes. Coco's jewelry creations debuted in 1932, all adhering to the designer's principal ethos: to bestow women with freedom and enhance their beauty. Jewelry should never be obstructive. Their task is to mirror the movements of the wearer, to remain unnoticed by her, and to be exceptional to others. Some pieces of the collection could transform, for instance, from a necklace into a bracelet. Many items lacked clasps, simply resting on the neck and décolletage. The primary theme was the cosmos, particularly stars, comets, and the sun. Diamonds were impeccably suited here. Their brilliance echoed the radiance of celestial bodies. The entire collection was showcased at an exhibition for 2 weeks and met with tremendous success. Chanel creatively presented her creations on wax figures, which in my opinion was a very astute move, allowing viewers to fully appreciate the beauty of the jewelry. Of course, Coco didn't create her collection alone. She was assisted by designer and jeweler Paul Iribe. Robert Bresson captured photographs of the adornments, and writer Jean Cocteau penned a short piece about the collection. Needless to say, the Diamond Corporation's investment paid off. The exhibition was attended by famous personalities, including Gloria Swanson, Pablo Picasso, and some stars of the Russian ballet. However, not everyone shared the enthusiasm for Coco's jewelry. Traditional French jewelers considered the designer unworthy of creating such collections and demanded the corporation to shut down the project. I believe envy for the talent and popularity of the new generation played a significant role here. The company was in no hurry to accommodate them, as Chanel's jewelry enjoyed immense success and profitability. It was decided to hold the Bijoux de Diamant exhibition in London as well. Unfortunately, during transportation, a significant portion of the jewels was irreparably damaged. I believe Coco's adversaries rejoiced, but despite everything, Coco continued to inspire the world and still does, unlike most of them. In 2022, 90 years after the debut of Coco's first collection, her company presents a new jewelry collection. The adornments bear a striking resemblance to their predecessors, unified by the theme of space and the same principle of comfort. If in 1932 diamonds were used in the jewels, today they have been replaced by vibrant tanzanites and rubies, deep blue sapphires, and other colorful crystals. The symbol of the new collection became the Allure Celeste necklace, embodying all the symbols and virtues of the collection. Here we see a diamond planet with a massive sapphire at its center, a pear-shaped transparent crystal in the form of a comet with a long tail, and of course a star studded with top-quality stones. The necklace can be disassembled into several parts, which can be worn as bracelets and brooches. Do you like Chanel products? Write in the comments.